Hey guys, Derek here with Poplarville All Gauge Trains. This time around, we're going to do a little landscaping. So come on along. I'm going to show you what I'm going to do, and also I'm going to give you a layout update. All right, guys. So thanks for watching this time around. I hope you stick with it all the way to the end. Um, so in a lot of my videos, I'm showing you stuff that I got and all that kind of stuff. I'm going to do something different this time. Not going to be showing you hardly anything other than I'm doing some landscaping stuff. I got to get to work on the layout, and it's the summer's coming to it's actually Labor Day weekend. The summer's coming to an end, so it's time to get things done. So in my on my amusement park area, I had this little dead spot next to the kiddie train rides where the station is. So I'll show you a picture of it up here in the corner, and been just trying to figure out what to do with that. So I decided, you know what, I'm just going to make a little landscape area for it. So basically what I did is I started out with some of the pink foam. It's a 2-inch piece, and I kind of cut it to fit that. We'll show you that up here, and then let's show you the whole process of how I did it. It's simple, easy. A lot of people are saying, "Oh, you're not doing that right," but this is the way that I do when I do simple pieces. Because I was taping, doing the video on it, it took a little bit longer. Normally, I can do something like this in about less than an hour. I did a small section for another part today. So, all right, let's take a look at how I did that.
Okay, so as you can see, I've already used a razor knife and cut it down to shape to kind of curve the edges a little bit. And now I'm just going over it with a little bit of sandpaper to smooth out all those rough divots and pockets that you can see there. So now what I'm doing is something somebody showed me once. I have a little propane handheld torch, and I just give it a light going over, and it helps kind of make it so it's not just perfect. It gets little divots, and it seems to do work. You don't have to do this, but I kind of like it. To speed up the process while the paint is still wet, I sprinkle on a little bit of flocking and fine turf. apologize about the terrible view on this. What I'm doing is I'm putting glue where I punched little holes in the styrofoam that I'm going to place trees in. So once I place them in there, they're automatically glued in.
Okay, so as you can see, it's a pretty easy process. You know, there's a little bit that you didn't see as far as shaping. You know, I take a razor knife and kind of curve down the edges, and then I go over it with sandpaper and stuff like that to make it smooth. Um, and you know, and it's not great, but it turns out, you know, it looks nice. What I do like about making small sections like that, um, I can always move them around if I don't, if I want to. If that's not, what the heck is? Oh, I forgot this is right behind me. Sorry if that's distracting any of you guys here. I'm leaning back. I'm thinking, what's bumping the back of my head? Okay. What I like, because they're you know, just simple little pieces, I can move them all around. I mean, I've got almost all the landscaping stuff I have, other than just grass that's being laid down, is very easy. I can just pick it up and move it to another spot. I mean, that particular piece, I kind of cut it a little bit to fit that area, but hey, I could move that along a curve of a track, or you know, a lot of different places. So you know, that's a nice little tip. I'm the type of person that likes to change my layout around a little bit. You know, as you've seen, I mean, in 4 years, this is my fourth layout design. So, and as far as other things I do, let's take a look all the way in the back section where I have the row of houses. I decided to put down grass, so I'll show you a couple of pictures over the corner here. Here's how I just laid out the actual grass mat itself, and then the roads that I'm laying in there. They're, you can buy them through, I think they're Lemax. I'm not sure, but or Lemax, depending on how you pronounce it. But it's just a 6-inch road that has a um, on one side of it, it is. Do I have a little piece of it real close? No, I don't. On one side of it, it is you know, the dotted striped, and on the other side, it's like a no passing zone, so you can flip it over to either side. I like the dotted side myself. Although I might, in some sections, make it a no passing zone. You know, who knows? I've got to have some traffic laws in Poplarville. um, and yeah, so now we'll take a look. This is a short little video just scanning down. I put the houses back in there. I still have to hook up all the electricity to them for the lighting and all that kind of stuff. And I'm debating on whether or not I'm going to put any street lights along the street right there. I'm not 100% sure. Haven't decided yet. So, you know, that's the fun thing about the way there's some people that will plan their layouts and say, okay, this is how I'm doing my layout. I kind of do it as I go. I, you know, I mean, like I picked up some railroad crossing signs that are going to go up for the kiddie ride. I'm still going to try and decide exactly where they're going to go, but I know I'm going to use them. As far as like this forest area right here, I'm going to probably change that 100 times before I decide on how it's going to stay. So, and so let's, what else is going on? Oh, almost forgetting. So, next week, DuPage County Fairgrounds, the Great Midwest Train Show. That's Sunday, looking at my calendar, yeah, the 7th. Um, as like I say, summer's up. Well, I hate saying it. Summer's over. It's not really over yet, but you know, kids are getting back to school and all that kind of stuff. And it's time to start spending more time working on your trains, because you get to spend more time inside. Although it's supposed to be really nice next weekend. But come on out and see me. I have expanded the amount of space that I have. I used to have 2 tables. I've expanded to 3 tables. I have picked up some more stuff in the future, and I'm trying to put a bit of a deal together with somebody that, if all goes right, I'm going to have a whole bunch of more stuff. We got any shout outs? You know, just to the usual guys, all my friends, Bobby down in Florida. How you doing? Dustin in Sioux City, Iowa. Terry, Sydney, Australia. How are you, Terry? Thanks for the birthday wish. Happy birthday. I appreciate that very much. And what else? Oh, most important. All right. Are you into comic books? My oldest son and his best friend are tried and true comic book collectors. Well, he has decided it's time to thin the herd. He's literally has thousands of comics, not 1,000, thousands, you know, like 2, 3, 4,000, some crazy amount. I don't even know. And hardly any of it is junk, what you would consider junk comics. He's got a lot of really nice stuff. So he has decided that he's going to do a big sale. It's going to be 2 weeks from now. It's going to run Friday, Saturday, and Sunday at his house here in Roselle, Illinois. In my next video, I'll give you all the exact address information. Friday is going to run from like late afternoon until around 7 o'clock, maybe like 2 p.m. until 7 to catch you guys as you're coming home from work if you're interested. And then Saturday and Sunday, probably, I can't remember the exact hours. I'll know that for sure in my next video. I think he was talking maybe 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., 8 a.m. to 4, something like that. Basic, banker's hours type sale. The average hours that most people will do garage sales. But on top of his comic book stuff, I'm bringing all my train stuff. We're going to have it all. So this is a comic book collector and train sale. So you guys definitely, if you're in the Chicago area, you'd want to go and check this one out, especially if you're in the comics, because he's got a little bit of everything. He's good. I've been getting on his butt to say, hey, we got to do a video featuring kind of stuff that you're going to have. So if everything goes right, we're going to, the next video will be featuring a lot of that stuff. But yeah, so it is going to be, what would those dates be? Let me look at that would be Friday, September 12th, Saturday the 13th, Sunday the 14th. So write that down. Like I say, if you're a comic book guy, and if you're not, but you know somebody, tell them about it. I think this will be one that's worth checking out. All right, guys. So enjoy your. Today is Sunday, so I actually have to go back to work tomorrow morning. But if you got tomorrow off, enjoy it. Spend some time with your family. And aside from that, I believe that covers everything with this video. Yeah, that covers it, guys. So, if you haven't already, like, subscribe, share, all that kind of crap that everybody says in their videos, because of course I want you to do it. And hey, I really appreciate all my subscribers, you guys, and your comments that you've been making. I want to thank everybody for all the sending me happy birthday comments and notifications and all that kind of stuff. I really appreciate it. Sucks getting older, but it's inevitable. It's what we have. There's no way of avoiding it. So just try and make your life happy and keep yourself healthy. So, all right, guys. So that's gonna wrap it up this time around. And as always, choo choo.